this is the land of my birth. I say, this is the land of my birth. I say, this is Jamaica, my Jamaica, the land of my birth. My fellow Jamaicans, today we mark 63 years since our beloved country declared our independence to the world, raised our glorious black, green, and gold flag for the first time, and declared that this land, our land, would be home to a nation of free people, charting our own destiny with pride and purpose. Our forebears rejected the notion that the affairs of Jamaicans must be dictated by others. They chose instead the harder path, to stand on our own, to chart our own future, and to build a society grounded in our own image and aspirations. In that spirit, the theme of this year's independence celebration, Be Proud, Be Bold, in the black, green, and gold, calls us to boldly commemorate our freedom and proudly recommit ourselves to the values that must shape our future. Let us be proud of our progress in macroeconomic stability, record employment, resilient growth, reduction in crime, reduction in poverty, and increased national confidence. But let us also be bold in confronting what still holds us back: indiscipline, social inequities, and low productivity. There is more work to be done to build a Jamaica that lives up to the promise of 1962. At 63 years young, Jamaica is still writing its story. We have come far, but our best chapters lie ahead. Independence is not a gift. It's a responsibility, a daily discipline. The strength of a nation lies not only in the capabilities of its government, but also in its people to work, build, and yes, to sacrifice for the future of their families and communities. The role of government in all of this is to create the conditions where the sacrifice of the people is not in vain. Their efforts are rewarded, and there is hope for a bright and prosperous future. That is why we continue to pursue policies that expand opportunities, promote ownership, and reward productivity. We are building a Jamaica where law-abiding citizens have the freedom to work and play without fear, and the freedom to elevate through education, enterprise, and effort. It is with that responsibility in mind that we have intensified our efforts to restore order to communities long held hostage by criminal gangs. Make no mistake, there can be no prosperity without peace, and no peace without law and order. We must never allow our independence to be undermined by lawlessness. The rule of law must be respected, upheld, and defended without apology. We're also renewing our institutions. The work we're doing to improve the public bureaucracy, for example, is geared towards making the state more efficient, accountable, and citizen-centered. Now, I know every Jamaican values their independence, and that is why we are committed to creating and maintaining the conditions that will protect and expand your independence. It is why we have been committed to eliminating absolute poverty in Jamaica. It is why we have been committed to cutting murders to below the regional average. It is why we are building more homes so that more Jamaicans, even those who might have never even thought that they would be able to afford it, can realize home ownership. It is why we are expanding our transportation system through the JUTC, reaching more parts of Jamaica and creating a dedicated rural school bus system for our children. It is why we are investing in our local road infrastructure through the Spark program and in highways to carry us into the modern future we all want. It is why we are expanding our water infrastructure for your homes and your fields. It is why we are spending more on training our young people and sending them to heart and offering the Solidarity Grant. That is why we gave the reverse tax credit, kept taxes stable, reduced the national debt burden, and controlled inflation so that you can better realize your economic independence. We know progress is not always a measure of how rich you are. Mental and physical well-being is also important. And that is why we are making the largest investments in public health care, for example, in the Cornwall Regional Hospital, the Western Children and Adolescent Hospital, the Spanish Town Hospital, and several other health centers across Jamaica to improve infrastructure, access, service times, and quality care. We know as well that progress is not automatic. It requires the deliberate participation of everyone. The heartbeat and soul of Jamaica is not only in the Parliament or in Jamaica House. It is in every home, every church, business, schools, corners, and communities across the island. We must not become a nation of spectators, wandering through our windows and complaining from our verandas about the challenges of living in our country, while shying away from being active and instrumental contributors to our collective future. Independence means we have the agency, but more so, the duty to choose our path to the future we want and not to leave it up to others to choose for us. This Independence Day, I challenge every Jamaican to choose the Jamaica you want, the future you would like to see. Be active in your contribution to building it and be strong in taking responsibility for your corner of it. Be bold enough to reject criminality in your communities. Be bold enough to start a business, learn a trade, and invest in your future. Be bold enough to reach out and grasp the opportunities before you. And to our young people, be disciplined and diligent in your education and training. Your economy needs your skills and talents now than ever before. To our diaspora, you remain a vital part of our national family. Your advocacy across the globe is invaluable, and your achievements help strengthen our brand in the world. Continue to represent us well, and know that you will always have a place right here, home. As we reflect on 63 years of independence, let us remember, independence is a living responsibility. It must be defended, renewed, and deepened with every generation. Let us recommit ourselves to a culture of excellence, responsibility, and national pride that define the generation that gave us independence. So let us walk forward together with our heads held high, proud of who we are, bold in what we will become, and united in the sacred duty to build a Jamaica that is safe, strong, and sovereign for generations to come. Happy Independence Day, Jamaica. May Almighty God continue to bless and guide us now and forever. I say, this is the land of my birth. I say, this is the land of my birth. I say, this is Jamaica, my Jamaica. This is the land of my birth.